If you're planning a remodel this year, this video could literally save you thousands of dollars. Remodels don't go over budget randomly, guys. They go over budget in predictable ways. I see the same patterns happening every single year. And the third one that I'm going to share with you, well, that's the one that does the most damage quietly. All right, let's start with the first reason remodel budgets get blown up. Unrealistic starting numbers or worse, no real budget at all. Did you know that most first-time remodelers pick a number based on what feels comfortable, what they hope it will cost, what a friend said that they paid 10 years ago? Unfortunately, construction prices doesn't care what feels comfortable. It's driven by scope, labor, materials, trade coordination, existing conditions, and let me tell you, HGTV has done some damage here. They show a $60,000 renovation done in 3 weeks with no delays and no surprises. That's just not how the real world works. Real remodels involve real labor, real sequences, real inspections, and real unknowns behind the walls. So, how do you create a realistic budget? The next 3 tips should truly help with this. First, start with the scope, not the dollars. What are you actually changing? Layout, plumbing, electrical, structural walls, windows, insulation? Guys, the bigger the scope, the bigger the costs. Second, you want to talk to a contractor early, even if you're not ready to build. Ask for a budget range based on your goals. A professional can usually tell whether you're in the ballpark before you invest heavily in a design. You know, this is something that we typically do on our discovery calls. I spend a little time understanding what they want, and then I'll give them some ballparks to see if we're even in the range. Third is reverse engineer your comfort number. Guys, if you're comfortable at 80,000, but the realistic range is 100 to 120,000, you either need to adjust the scope or you need to adjust your expectations. Making that decision early on is far less painful than halfway through demo. Which brings me to my second reason budgets explode. Number 2, changing scope mid-project. You start with, we're just updating the finishes, and then the demo begins. And then the most expensive phrase in remodeling, while you're here, ... Now listen guys, I get it. This is your home. You're investing real money, and you finally see it opened up, and you start imagining what it could be. Guys, it's normal, completely normal to change your mind. But if you think you might want to adjust the layout or add features, do that thinking before demo if you can. You know, paper changes, they're cheap, but framing changes are not. Number 3 is going to be an incomplete design before demolition. If you start tearing things apart before your layout and selections are finalized, you're going to be setting yourself up for change orders, reorders, crew downtime, scheduling delays, rush shipping, extra labor, the list keeps going. So here at Remodeling Right, we actually don't like to swing a hammer before all selections are locked in, although from time to time we have to. Planning does feel slow, but let me tell you, reworking feels super expensive. Now, is it ever okay to demo before a full design is complete? Well, yes, in certain situations it's completely fine. If there's water damage, mold, structural concerns, or maybe you need to open up some walls to better understand what you're working with so you can engineer a solution. In older homes especially, sometimes we need exploratory demo to design correctly. But that should be strategic and controlled, not random. We typically do this during our pre-construction phase on larger projects and sometimes during the design if we need to capture more space and we're not sure what's behind the walls. Design drives budget, demolition should follow clarity. Next mistake, number 4, having no contingency. You need to set aside 10 to 15% buffer, always. Especially in older homes, 20% could be a safer option. Walls don't confess their secrets until you open them. Framing issues, outdated plumbing, undersized electrical, code upgrades. Guys, if you don't budget for surprises, the surprise will budget for you. So finally, we're on to number 5, choosing the cheapest bid. If you get one quote dramatically lower, that's not savings. It's gonna be mostly missed scope, underestimated labor, and allowances that just don't match your taste. Or maybe details show up later as a change order. You're not comparing numbers, you have to be comparing scopes. If you want the remodel to stay on budget, define the scope first, get professional budget ranges early, finalize your design before demo whenever possible, build in a contingency, and compare scopes, not just price. And make major decisions before construction starts. Remodeling done right is not about being the cheapest, it's about being prepared. On this channel, we break down remodeling the right way so that you don't waste money. Guys, if you find value in these videos, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next or what questions you want answered.